What is going on? I'm Zmot. That is Z-M-O-T in your creator code. Z-M-O-T also works if that tickles your fancy. Speaking of tickling the fancies, let's jump on in. This is my lower of the three accounts, sitting at level 16 with 4 engine rooms. We managed to get to rocket launchers. Now, I went ahead and upgraded those rocket launchers to Tick 3 because that's fairly inexpensive. It also gives you 2 extra buildings, which is fairly useful. The more buildings, the more they have to clear. I have not updated this base in days and days, so probably going to make all sorts of mistakes here. I don't have Rocket Choppas yet. That's the next thing to unlock, so I'm going to pause. I'm not going to waste your time. What I've been doing as far as attacks go is just the things I've been showing you over and over again this season. Lucky there, getting a 3 engine room base, dropping the heavies, using like 1 shock per attack, and then just cluster grenade, cluster grenade, cluster grenade. I have never seen a season where cluster grenade was this useful. Do make sure if you're at the 3 or I don't know if can you have cluster grenade at the 2 engine room level? I assume you have to be at the 3, whereas brick is definitely at the 3 engine room level. Cluster grenade all the way through. You'll notice that my brick is maxed. That gives you max level cluster grenade, and it's not super duper expensive. So Tick 4 is generally okay, but I went for Tick 5 just because. I'll come back in a second. Check out 43 stars. We'll see if I move up and down. In the meantime, back. Words were confused there, most definitely. Lost 3 stars, as you can see by the log. Did not start out super good. Lost, didn't even get all the engine rooms. Then started a little bit faster. Then we got even faster. So leaving with a 3-game win streak is never a good idea. That was 3 hours ago. Should have kept pushing a little bit there, but these things happen. Get on a hot streak, keep playing is job number 1. This account, we're going to max these Rocket Choppas. Hopefully we've got enough tokens for that. We got lots of tokens for that. That's good. We do not, on the contrary, we do not have artillery. That's how we managed to get to Rocket Choppas a little bit early, was by skipping artillery. So people who have artillery will be able to get that engine room down. I am not super good with Rocket Choppas, have not used them in a long time. Let me know in the comments, when you're speaking, do you call them RCs? Like in your head, do you call them RCs or Rocket Choppas? I try my darndest not to speak in acronyms, but things like GBE and TD I still do. So I'm a walking contradiction. We are going to use Brick with her cluster grenade. That is going to be step number 1. Brick is going to go right. Our Rocket Choppas and heavy Rocket Choppas, I should say, are going to go left. Step number 1 complete. Managed to only drop 8 boats. Now, we could, in theory, take down that cannon without having to worry about a shock, but I am going to use a shock. I'm also going to preload Brick with that cluster grenade, getting her cluster grenade working, hoping we can get rid of that cannon back there using the cluster grenade. Did not get a heck of a lot of love out of that. Brick, of course, walked directly into that shock mine because that's what Brick loves to do. And now we just need 1 shock right about there. That shock was crazy early. Crazy early. We are going to flare, hopefully not crazy early, getting 1 more shock just in case. 313 is crazy fast. You are not going to get beat with a 3-minute 13-second time. You are also not going to get a 3-minute 13-second time as you move up. Generally speaking, a fast time is 3 minutes 3 seconds. So crushing that. That is going to be... I should just quit, end this video right now because I'm not going to beat that time. A little bit of luck there. One thing to note is that getting more defenses slows down Rocket Choppas, and getting people... You're going to want to move your shock mines a little bit just to try and get Brick. I'm at rank 16, should be able to rank up into 18, maybe even 19. 20 will take a considerable amount of effort, though. One thing I haven't talked about is in my sneak peek, I talked about the all offensive route would have been going along this line down into here. Although that is good, you don't end up getting rocket choppas. And the most important thing is that defensive building damage, critter launchers, rocket choppas, smoke, all of these things are going to help you for this entire season. Zuka's not really required. GBE not really required. We can go back and get the GBE. We can go back and get the boom cannons. I'm trying to draw on the edge, as you can tell. And that'll help us avoid getting Zuka. So this bottom path is going to be great, great, great. There's not actually a line between those things. So the bottom path is likely going to be better for 99% of people. So do keep in mind, you probably want to go through Rocket Choppas. That's going to get those critter launchers, which are crazy OP. Anytime people are trying to walk through critter launchers with heavies, it's not going to be a good time. So you're probably going to be using Rocket Choppas a little bit this season, even if you hate them. I am going to, again, we're going to try our best to save Brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I'm counting for myself, because otherwise what's going to happen is I am not going... if you drop Brick on this attack, things are going to go somewhat poorly. Now, I'm going to drop Brick on that right. She's probably going to hit a boom mine. She's also probably going to hit a shock mine, hoping that she walks all the way to the back right-hand corner, though. That would be an absolute dream scenario, which means it's probably not going to happen. There we go. There's the boom mine. There's the shock mine. Brick doing nothing useful for us yet, but there's still a chance that she's going to sneak along that edge. That shock mine, not quite. I'm going to pre-click the button. Might be a waste of gunboat energy, but it would be really, really swell, Brick, is if you could blast that right there. Come on, Brick. There we go. Did not do as much damage as I would have liked, but as you can see there, we're going to get a little bit of value out of Brick. 3 minutes, 0 seconds. Brick cluster grenade sneaking up that right hand side. So anytime you can send Brick a little bit late and have her walk up that one side, you're going to get great things from it. As you can see here, our rocket launcher's not doing a heck of a lot for us. That artillery, Jefferino, you need to hit the building at the same time as the shock mine. That was a rookie move or a rushed move. Regardless, always hit the corner of the building. There's more cluster grenade. Everyone has clued in. And rocket launchers at the moment, not super useful, but look at that next node right there. Defensive building damage. So assuming I can get up into 17, which I should be able to with bringing you guys along, we should, as long as we don't fizzle. Anytime oh, there we go. We're getting into something a little bit different. I'm wondering if I can simply use Brick on that right-hand side. I'm going to do something... Oh, this might be dumb. This might be very, very dumb. We're going to try it anyways. I'm going to send one boat of heavy there, Brick over there, and then all of this stuff over here, and I'm just going to click Brick's cluster grenade and hope that Brick is going to do good things over there. Come on, Brick. Do me a solid on that right-hand side. See how I almost called it the left-hand side? I'm terrible at that. Need to get that next shock out. Brick, get the engine room down. That would save me so much trouble not having to go over to that right-hand side. Come on. There we go. Look at that. The dumbness actually might just pay off. Now we can send all of these dudes back to that back left-hand corner. Hope to hit that shock underneath that there sky shield. I gotta say, pretty happy with that attack. That went fairly well. Definitely a little bit of ingenuity there. Brick and the heavies doing great things. Look how far Brick got. She did a bunch of damage on that right-hand side. Oh, I love it when things go the way they're supposed to go, the way you envision things to go. And if you've seen that hit before, please let me know. I feel like I know for a fact I just made it up myself. Someone else probably thought of it as well, but I like that a lot. So that front-loaded base, that was great. I almost beat that 3 minute 13 second time. Did not, but came pretty darn close. Sky Shield's definitely slowing things down. So if you are still at that point where you haven't picked a prototype yet, do pick the Sky Shield. That is going to slow people down, even though the Hot Pot, or I think it's, you know what, let's go double check and see what our options are. Where are we at? Yeah, you get the hot pot or the microwave. Those are both super tempting, but let's be honest, everyone's got shocks here, so the shock is gonna totally nullify those things. The sky shield though just makes things so frustrating because you got to flare your troops close and then hope to goodness that they're gonna get that engine room down as fast as they can, and they never do. So let's go. Victory against Reza. Our time was 3 minutes 10. Look at that. We're averaging like 3 minutes 6. That just means I'm going to fizzle on this boss battle. Like, it's almost a certainty. Oh, thank you. I know how to attack this base. There we go. We're going to drop this dude right there. We're going to drop Brick out there. We're going to drop all of these guys over here. I'm going to pre-click that, and then we're going to shock just in there. I love it when you get the exact same base twice in a row. It just makes everything easier. Down goes that right-hand side engine room. Now we just need to wait a little bit as our Rocket Choppas just veer over into that cannon's range, of course, just to make things more complicated. And then as we get this puppy down, let's flare back here, moving the heck away from all the stuff. Brick is not going to make the trek. Let's be completely honest here. And then one shock about there. Missed our shock, of course. But I think we should still be able to get this puppy down. We're just going to ignore that machine gun, throw our flare out, get our shock out, throw some more flares. 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Man, Rocket Choppas. Got to give a shout out to Orion and Andro right here, by the way. Jumped on. Orion was doing a live stream on Discord. Jumped on just to see how to do things. Honestly, he had a rough go of it, but was very, very helpful. Gave me a couple tips and helped me out in the process. So shout out there. And Andro was there for moral support as Andro tends to do. So we are in 17 just like that. Rocket Choppas, super useful. And this season, one other thing that I should mention that's super useful. If you haven't gone back and changed that choice node, you probably have 4 green mines in it. Do go back and get 2 extra shock mines. They are worth it. It's only 100 diamonds. If you're in a good task force, that's like 3 days worth of free diamonds. Speaking of good task forces, do check the description. We've got a task force that's going to get you 29 diamonds every single day. And if you've got blue statues or green statues, or you like to use tanks, we've got a task force for that as well. So hopefully this helped you. If you don't have instant training and you're back in this mess, I have gone ahead and upgraded Rifleman. Gives you an extra set of troops, gives you a couple extra reserves. So on my lower level account that does not have instant training, I have got my Cryoneers at tick 2, my Riflemen at tick 2, my Heavies at max, and that just helps cycle more troops through. And I'm using 2 boats of rifles, 1 boat of Cryoneers, 1 boat of medics, and then all Heavies, and it's getting me all of my chests quickly, but I also have artillery on that one. So if you can't get engine rooms, artillery is your answer. If you have other questions, concerns, comments, hit me up down below or on Twitter or on Discord or on Telegram. I will respond to you. It might take me a little bit of time if it's not in the YouTube comments or on Discord. Those are my 2 go-tos. Look at that. I even have some powder growing, doing unboosted operation attacks, definitely helping. I am Zedmont. Don't forget to do all those YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.